do you see the new Mandela catalog video? It was kind of mid. Wait, there's a new Mandela catalog video? Hold on, let's watch it. Mandela catalog, hold on. What? Oh, it's like a day old. It's like a day old, man. We'll leave that one brewing here. Actually, there's a Sunny V2 video that just sort of got recommended to me. I like Sunny V2. Boogie deserves it. Oh, that's sad. I guess we'll see this one actually. This one showed up to me. Install our YouTube browser extension and get more views. Yeah, no. YouTube, have some fucking
Go
chill.
to Wix.com and
see this.
Boogie recently announcing that he's basically broke shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, as if you follow all of his incredibly poor choices made over the last 4 and a bit years.
I legit just bought a Tesla. This is my first new car. Wait, is that actually true though? Did Boogie ever buy the? I don't think Boogie bought the Tesla. I think didn't he put like? I think you can put like $200 down on a Tesla. Like I know it's like you put $250 down on your credit card, and it just like you don't put the whole thing. You don't even put a down payment. You put like a $250 or something, right? Like I think it's like a refundable, like just a slot for it, right? Or did he like actually? Did he actually like finance it? Because I don't know the whole story on that one. But he's like, I legit just bought a Tesla. Okay.
This is made over the last 4 and a bit.
Don't buy a fucking Tesla. They're fucking. Just don't.
Years, you'll understand that bankruptcy was almost unavoidable. So let's begin by looking at October 2018, in which Boogie's main source of income, his YouTube channel, slowly began to die. Up until this point, Boogie had established a reputation as an overweight yet friendly, nerdy gamer, who people considered charming since he was totally fine with each of his flaws. When he wasn't playing his fat Francis character, Boogie was telling wholesome stories about his personal life, with one of the more notable ones being a video titled What It's Like to Be Broke. In this video, Boogie explained that he had grown up in a fairly poor environment.
So they had decent income, it's just they didn't like to spend it on us kids, at least on me.
And that as a result of that, he was now much wiser with his income.
Now, you know what I do with my money? Every single dime, every single penny goes into the bank, because I don't ever want to live that way again.
Which felt both in
all the dollars that I have just go into the you don't just put your money into the bank. If you have like that surplus, invest it. All right, put it into something that just invest your money. Don't just stuff it in a bank. Stuffing it in a fucking savings account is letting the goddamn bank play with it while you get like fucking nothing. What is that? Yeah, I'm just saying.
Inspiring and relatable, especially since Boogie highlighted that he now only spent money on things that would improve his videos.
I used every dime to buy better computer equipment, to get better. And after just a year and a half, I was able to go off because I started earning my YouTube income.
This desire to improve the content unsurprisingly resulted in better uploads, and by early 2014, Boogie passed 1 million subscribers before uploading a new video simply titled How Much Money Does Boogie 2988 Make, which felt like yet another wholesome yet modest upload, which had clearly been made with the goal of helping his audience.
I want to make sure you have the tools in mind so that you fully understand how much income we already have coming in and make an educated decision of whether or not you ever want to participate in that kind of thing.
Boogie went on to politely imply that he was making over $100,000 per year from YouTube, which didn't include third-party income like Patreon.
So let's take, for example, a YouTube channel similar to mine that's bringing in 10 million views per month. If a YouTube channel is bringing in 10 million views per month, divide that by 1,000, you've got 10,000. Multiply that by $1, and you'll have a really good idea of how much ad revenue that channel's bringing in.
And that is a load of fucking horse shit. Because each channel has like a different CPM. Each channel has like different like CPM ranges. That is a load of horse shit. That whole like, you get $1 per 1,000 views. Some people get way more than that, and some people get fucking nothing compared to that. Simply because like of how their channels are, what kind of like ads they're constantly getting. And there are some channels that are like preferred in terms of where, like, you know, what kind of blocks of advertising they tend to get. And it's also different based on like what countries you're in. Also, it's based on like what your audience is too. So if you're like somebody with like 15 million views a video, but you're in like India, the problem with India is that like the CPM in India is notoriously, it's literally a fraction of what you would get in like the CPM if you were an American based channel. So there's so many variances to this. That I've always hated that like metric because everyone just always has like spouted it out, but it's not fucking true at all. But yeah, hopefully.
But if he counted his YouTube channel as an asset, he himself was worth more than $1 million.
Boogie, are you a millionaire? Well, it depends on how you calculate millionaire. If you include my YouTube channel as it is, yes. After 3 more years, I'll have earned by then $1 million total in YouTube ad revenue.
This was followed by Boogie reassuring his audience that all of the money was being used wisely.
The majority of the money we make goes into the bank. We do not live very large by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, obviously, I'm large, but we do not spend a grotesque amount of money.
Which led to more positive comments such as, wild guess, but he's very rich now. He deserves it. He's one of the only YouTubers that didn't let the money and fame get to his head. He's still just as humble and cool as when he started. I admire that. Amazing video, Boogie. You're one of the realest, most transparent YouTubers out there, and please know that your fans makes a lot of money. A lot. In his financial position immediately, whilst also giving him the chance to stream on Twitch, opening up another source of income which kept him financially stable during the adpocalypse.
I will be fine. Losing my YouTube ad revenue will hit us pretty hard, but I've diversified our income.
Things were going so well for Boogie that in August of 2017, he paid for weight loss surgery.
I'm home from surgery, that everything went well. The surgery went way better than I had expected. The doctor did it in a very short period of time.
However, while this would initially improve Boogie's health dramatically,
I'm 110 pounds down since the pre-op diet, and then I've lost 7.5 inches from my waistline.
It would eventually contribute to him going broke in an unexpected way. Boogie explained in a video that for married people, the weight loss surgery tremendously increases the likelihood that you'll end up getting divorced.
The surgery...
Isn't this like the... Wait, hold on. I know that I'm not even like fucking that like... Actually, like the fucking the other side stuff really gets me into this. Isn't this also true for like people that have cancer, for instance, right? Like, isn't it like when people have like cancer and like one of them like they go through what is like chemotherapy and they go through like the whole like ordeal? Like usually those relationships like fucking fail or something. Like, isn't that true for like really any illness or two, right? Like if you have like cancer or you have like whatever, like you really like lose your relationship because apparently it's like I don't know what the actual term is, but it's like at that point it's just like you're too, I don't know. Yeah, it's like not usually, but it can happen. Yeah, sometimes it can. Like there's a good
and the recovery from it is really, really hard on a marriage. 85% of marriages fail after the surgery within the first 2 years.
He added that in the lead up to the surgery, his marriage was already in a rough spot.
Our marriage was far from perfect. One major issue that was persistent throughout the entire marriage, and that was my anxiety disorder.
And as a result,
okay, let's get through here.
And
this is,
like in the divorce,
Boogie on his divorce. I don't really care about the divorce. It's not really important parts for me.
the pity from
That's
the
like somebody's
audience.
personal life.
Additionally,
Doesn't matter
Boogie's
to me.
positive can-do attitude where he wanted to invest his savings into making excellent content for the viewers had transformed into this complete lack of confidence for the future of his channel.
And I'm not smart enough to be able to figure that stuff out. I'll never be good at titles. I'll never be good at thumbnails. I'm not even that good at video creation.
Leading him to develop an attitude of just wanting to get by as opposed to wanting to grow his audience.
As long as my rent is paid, as long as my mortgage is paid, as long as I'm happy with that.
The final video related to his
You can't
divorce.
just do that, brother. If you're running a YouTube, like if I did listen, if I did creepypastas my whole fucking career, my channel would be the deadest channel in the world. Do you want to know why that is? Because I came from an entire period of creepypasta channels, which are like, a lot of them that have strictly stuck to creepypastas have done nothing. Their channels have died. Their channels haven't went anywhere. It'll completely stagnate. Here's another hot thing. If I just did deep web browsing and I didn't like do commentary, or I didn't start playing with viruses, or I didn't focus on personality stuff, my channel would also be dead, okay? So the whole goal of YouTube is to consistently shift and change and do all of it. Now you can go back and forth and play around, but if you're not constantly spicing things up, people are not going to eat the same meal every other time, you know what I mean? And sometimes you just have like banger moments. Like I think some of the best times in YouTube history was like when we did Miiverse cringe, okay? Like Miiverse exploration. I'll never get over the fact that I found somebody role-playing like terrorism on the Miiverse, okay? Like that kind of shit. So again, it depends. Like, and you remember YouTube is one of those things where like even if your channel's fallen off, you can still spark it back up and bring it to you, you know? Again, like tomorrow I'm installing the most dangerous computer viruses, and that's not something I would have done at the start of my career. So again, you're constantly changing things over and over and over again. That's what you have to do. If you're not doing that, then it's gonna suck.
in which Boogie explained that he now fully owned his house again, happened to have been uploaded in October 2018, which was the very same month where Boogie began to lose subscribers. The decline will be addressed in a video titled State of the Channel 2019, in which he mentioned that the breakup had a significant impact on the channel's viewership.
2018, as we've talked about, was one of the roughest years of my life, and it really showed here on the channel.
Before going on to state that the Storytime Pity Party videos were also impacting the channel negatively.
I know, just complain and whine and just be miserable. Sharing who and what I am has been counterproductive in quite a bit in the last year or so. Mostly when it comes to the mental issues, the anxiety, the depression, stuff like that.
Boogie would conclude the video by stating that he was very excited about the future.
I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm very engaged and excited about what we will be doing here on the channel.
However, only 3 days after this video was uploaded, a now infamous mega thread would be posted to Reddit, which would go on to significantly impact
this one
Boogie's
was wild. Okay, so here's the thing about mega threads, all right? This is something about criticism, okay? If there's ever a thread made on you that big, and let me just go back on this thread, okay? I'm going to explain everything here real quick. It's not just the thread. You see all these blue links? These are fucking sources and evidence and clips and screenshots referencing to all of these various blips and blurbs, okay, that are getting criticized. It's not as if somebody made some long TLDR paragraph with, like, no goddamn, like, clickable links. No, I went through this thread myself. I know that SunnyV2 did it. Everyone fucking did it. And you clicked all the streamable links, all the archive links, all the tiny URL links, okay? So again, if you see all this shit, all right, like, it's
to Reddit, which would go on to significantly impact Boogie's reputation. It was titled The Hidden Truth Boogie Doesn't Want You to Know, and it featured over 5,000 words, showcasing that Boogie wasn't exactly the nice guy he tried to portray. The thread brought up topics such as his behavior on stream, various edgy comments he had made over the years, as well as the way he acted in his marriage, with commenters stating, "This document is up there with the Constitution and the Magna Carta." However, the thread was posted to a fairly unknown subreddit, and if Boogie had simply ignored the thread, people likely would have forgotten about it, although this isn't what would happen. Boogie instead decided to wage a war against the person who began the mega thread.
I legit begged for money sarcastically. I literally just explained and then jokingly asked for money knowing I would get none. Okay, but like, come on.
I started a war. This guy has been coming at me for 5 years.
Before going on to complain about the criticism in countless different videos.
This subreddit we're halfway has been actively attacking me and going through everything I've ever said and ever done on the internet for the last 3 years.
Just 2 years prior, in 2017, Boogie was handling criticism much more effectively.
I'm getting attacked by Reddit. Oh man, just when you look at that thumbnail, it's bad. It's Reddit!
Even stating that some of the points were valid.
A lot of people have
can
been
you guys not hear
discussing
me?
over the
It's
past
better
couple
if
weeks.
I
I've been on the
talk
front
like
page of Reddit, and they tend to discuss me in a very negative light, which is reasonable.
And obviously, Boogie's new 2019 strategy of trying to stop the criticism only led to more criticism.
Where's the Tesla thing? I was supposed to... No, Blizzard! Stop! You bad Blizzard! I'm not playing this!
3 months after the mega thread was posted, Boogie would upload a new video titled Taking a Break, I Give Up, You Guys Win, in which he'd state that he needed a short break as a result of being anxious and nervous. With fewer uploads and a declining reputation, his mom...
That's kind of what killed the channel. If you're not uploading, YouTube's not going to promote you at all.
monthly subscriber count began to fall off a cliff, losing 5,000, 14,000, 28,000 before this 2019, representing a decline of more than 100,000 subscribers in only 4 months. Rather than improving the content, Boogie ramped up the complaints and apologies, which not only led to a decrease in views from an average of 10 million per month to 2 million per month, but it also led to comments from his audience such as, "I used to watch Mr. Rogers of YouTube." Boogie's clear decline in his
buying the X.
Oh, here it is. Here
by
it is.
Boogie's views, subscribers, and income, his spending habits hadn't changed one bit, as midway through
Me, roommate, you bought a what? Tesla. Where is it? They are building it at the moment. Be here in a few weeks. Ugh. Ah! Ah!
his collapse, it announced that he was taking on a $100,000 loan to purchase a Tesla.
I ended up buying the X. I still haven't got it full.
Bro, I thought he was getting the 3. I thought he was getting the Model 3. The Model 3 is the cheaper one, right? You guys know the Model X is the most expensive fucking Tesla, right? You guys know that, right? The Model X is the most expensive Tesla model you can buy.
Fully financed yet. I'm having to finance it, obviously.
Oh my god, I just put myself $100,000 in debt. My car payment
Why?
is $1,700 a month or something like that. That's more money than I make on Twitch. That's like half of my YouTube rad revenue this month.
Boogie then made a tweet about how
Then why? Why would you sign the fucking paperwork? Hey, so, sitting here realizing I bought a car I can barely afford, you would think my anxiety would be going nuts. It isn't. I'm feeling confident that I can work harder every day and use that car in debt as an inspiration to create better content. Confidence feels good. Why?
expensive
Then
the car
don't.
was, giving him another opportunity to make himself look like an idiot.
I tweeted out that I was not going to be able to afford this car.
Reddit and Twitter lost their minds. Oh, are you trying to manipulate people into giving you money?
The answer is yes. Give me some money. If you guys want to help me pay for my Tesla, please go ahead and dig deep. I sure would like a free Tesla. Reach down in your pockets and give me $100,000 tonight.
Which becomes even worse after he'd mentioned that he still owed a bunch of money on his house.
My house is worth $300,000. I still owe $200,000 in the house.
And that he knew the Tesla was going
Your house is $300K, right? You've been a YouTuber how long? You've only put $100,000 into the fucking house. You still have $200,000 left. Dog, you had enough money to make anniversary payments. Dog, you had enough money for anniversary payments on the fucking house. I'm actually, I think I'm holy shit. Wow. I don't believe it. I'm having such a hard time believing this shit, dude. I'm having a really, really hard time believing that. What the fucking... Wow. What? How? Dog, you could buy a factory of Funko Pops and still have money.
to decline in value over time.
But that car is just going to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper as it goes.
In the year that followed, Boogie's Patreon members almost halved, from 120 down to 65, partially as a result of him taking long breaks from creating content.
You'll notice that for the last 3 weeks, I've really not been updated. I have not streamed in 3 weeks.
Which accompanied the transformation of his comment section from a once positive place full of supporters to a wasteland of negativity full of detractors. Win the lottery, he'd be
Point out just how expensive.
Boogie had to shell out a bunch of money for legal fees.
Let me point out just how expensive all of this was. And obviously, I took money out of my bank account and I paid for it out of pocket. This cost tens of thousands of dollars to fight.
Which also resulted in Boogie producing less content.
Sure. I was advised by everyone to live stream less, to make less YouTube videos, to say less things that could be taken out of context and used against me before we had a result, because you know from Reddit and 4chan that that's what they like to do to me. But that cost me a small fortune and lost wages and lost ad revenue as well.
However, thankfully, according to a video titled I Am Finally Rich, How Crypto Made Me Rich, Boogie apparently had no financial problems whatsoever. In the video, he explained that back in 2019, Boogie had taken a massive gamble by purchasing a bunch of cryptocurrency, and by early...
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Bro! Why? Why? Would you just... Why would you buy internet Chuck E. Cheese tokens? Why? Because they're going to get you 100x every night. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't, that's, brother, you are gambling. That is gamba. That's fucking betting it all on black. Why? Why would you do that? Why?
early 2021, he had quadrupled his money.
I basically took every dime I had in liquid funds and invested it in a huge gamble. I invested pretty much everything I had into cryptocurrency. I invested all the way back here, and yeah, that's where we currently are with that market. So to say that I doubled my money is an understatement. In fact, I did more than that.
Boogie then tried to pathetically coax his...
What did you... Why did you get that shit out then? Why didn't you cash it out? Okay, if you 4 times your money, why didn't you just cash it out? Okay, it's like I'm watching Cirque du Soleil. All right, it's your future. What? Cash it out and pay the money. What? The diamond hands. No.
Audience into trying to give him more money.
Never feel pressured to get one of those memberships down below. Never feel pressured to subscribe on Twitch. Never feel pressured to make a donation or interact with one of my sponsors. Never feel pressured to buy a t-shirt.
Before going on to state that he planned on taking the money out of crypto to put it into a safer investment.
And that's if I don't take the money and invest it in something that will make me money, which I am most certainly going to do.
However, as highlighted by almost every comment, the video aged incredibly poorly. Because only a year after posting it, Boogie uploaded a new video titled I Need Your Help, in which he explained that he had lost almost all of his money to the crypto market and now required donations from the audience.
Well, this is a video I've dreaded making. You know, I spent a tremendous amount of money on dumb things. But the biggest issue is that I had a nice big nest egg, but I put my money in the crypto market in the wrong section, and I pretty much lost most of everything.
This is the most
interesting case study, watching someone who hasn't had to work in over a decade finally have to go back to work. Well, guys, can't say I'm surprised.
Interesting
You should have
case
cashed
study.
out.
Watching someone who hasn't had to work in over a decade finally have to go back to work. I remember him saying, "Don't worry about me. I'm financially secure to the point that if I stop making videos tomorrow, it's worth of arcade machines at the expense of his dignity and reputation." Boogie hasn't seen a single clear desire channel or financial situation will see any kind of recovery anytime soon.
Okay, here's the ice cold take on that one. I don't even feel bad anymore. I don't even feel bad. All right, like that. How do you take your money and just put it into the crypto market, the crypto market? Oh my god, I can't with the internet. I just cannot with the internet. Thank you, Earth Singularity. You're glorious. Whoops. I cannot even with like the internet. Like, I'm sorry to say, like, taking your nest egg, putting it into cryptocurrency, and can we just stop with the fucking, like, I mean, we all know the person you listen to, from what I understand, from what I've understood, is allegedly McJuggernuggets. Why would you take why? McJuggernuggets put $4 million apparently, allegedly, into Storyfire. Right? Why would you take any of these people? Why would you take anybody's advice in that, man? You can't listen. This is why you as a community are not responsible for anybody's financial fuck-ups, okay? This person had money to gamble. They gambled. They literally gambled their money on, like, fucking digital Chuck E. Cheese tokens, okay? You're not supposed to feel bad. I know it's gonna be like, but Muta, I feel really bad because this person says they need my help. No, they don't. No, they gotta fucking dig themselves out of the hole, okay? All right, they gotta dig them into the ground. They gotta dig them out of the hole. All right, they gotta do that. They gotta start doing one of those. Because let me tell you something right now, guys. Okay, let me tell you something right now. Okay? Let me tell you, if somebody's burning money like that away, they shouldn't. There's a saying, a fool parts with his money, right? Right there. And you know what? You can feel bad. I guess you can, all right? You can. It's a sad situation, but just don't enable it, all right? Bree needs to invest in NFTs. Ooh. At this point, you might as well. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Just I don't even feel bad anymore. Like I cannot be bothered to feel bad about somebody like that. You can't bail somebody out in that scenario, man. Because like you know what happened? He won the lottery, and he didn't even cash out the fucking lottery. It seems. Like whose fault is that? It's like this guy. It's nobody. You are not responsible for any man, and how they've chosen to. You cannot be responsible for this shit.